Hey everyone, it is Coach Megan from Get Fit New Hampshire coming on this morning because I want to share with you a book that I've been reading. It's called How to Meet Yourself by Dr. Nicole LaPera. This book is it's a workbook about self-discovery and things like that, how to meet your habitual self, and how to change some of those habits. And it talks a lot about neuroscience and the brain and how to rewire your brain. And I found this piece here extremely relevant to health and fitness, exercise, nutrition, all those things. And I want to share it with you because it's sort of motivating. I think you'll find it motivating to hear how your brain can truly rewire itself and change some of the belief systems that maybe you house about your own self. So though our habit self can keep us stuck in old patterns that may not reflect our true self, the good news is that repeating the past doesn't have to be our destiny. The brain is not a static, inflexible organ, but can change throughout the course of our lives, a quality known as neuroplasticity. In 1968, neuroscientist Bruce McEwen discovered that although stress changes the structure of the brain and can even cause shrinkage in certain areas, this impact was not always permanent. In fact, as he revealed, our brain has the ability to continually rewire itself by creating new neural connections or synapses over time. This finding proved for the first time that the adult brain was plastic or changeable, contrary to prior belief that it operated more like a computer with a set program. Our brain is constantly rewiring itself by strengthening the frequently used synapses and neural networks and pruning or eliminating the ones that we use less often. The thoughts and actions we repeat over and over each day make some synapses stronger while making other synapses weaker, leaving most adults with about half of the neural connections they had in childhood. Think about your own life. You've likely thought the same thoughts, recycled the same feelings, and continued the same behaviors countless times. By doing so, you've created pathways within your brain that have resulted in your present day neurological structure. This neurological structure influences how you experience everything in life. And thankfully, we have influence over our brain and its neural development, and we can engage in daily intentional practices to improve our brain's ability to grow new neural connections. Keep these 3 things in mind on your journey. Number 1, new neural pathways are created through consistent and daily repetition. Number 2, learning something new or trying something new is the best way to harness neuroplasticity. You've already done that by embarking on this journey. As you create new neural pathways, there will be mental resistance. This part's really important. A natural discomfort we all feel around change. You might feel frustrated. You might want to procrastinate. You might lack motivation to continue or even to start. This is a natural part of the transformation process that we all face. The work is to just keep showing up. Before we move on to the next exercise, it's helpful to understand the mental resistance you'll naturally experience along your journey. While our brain has the ability to change throughout our life, there's a reason why changing habits can feel so challenging and exhausting. Creating new neural pathways requires an immense amount of mental energy. Our brain is survival driven and categorizes all unknown or unfamiliar experiences as possible threats on a subconscious level. Our brain has evolved to favor situations it can predict or have control over, driving the procrastination so many of us experience. Our survival-driven brain likes being able to predict our habitual outcomes. The unknown or uncertain feels threatening on a deep subconscious level, driving the fear and discomfort many of us experience around change. Entertaining thoughts of just do it later or breaking new habits after only a short period of time is where most of us get stuck. Knowing that almost all of us have hit this wall of mental resistance can help alleviate the shame many of us feel for failing to make or sustain changes that we want for ourselves. Because our habits and the neural pathways they create have been formed over years or decades in our life, you should expect some degree of discomfort or anxiety on this transformation journey. The unknown is scary, so it's important to take breaks as you need to and be kind to yourself along the way. With practice and time, you can confidently tolerate and be uncomfortable. And then there's this next little section, a small daily promise towards empowerment. Your subconscious mind doesn't actually want you to change, no matter how you reason with it. It prefers the perceived safety of your familiar habits. Through an endless stream of thoughts, I should be doing something else right now, nothing's happening, why bother, or new and uncomfortable physical sensations, our subconscious mind consistently resists change. Many of you have likely met this resistance when you've tried to create a new habit. Only to fall back into old patterns once the resistance became overwhelming. This is a normal part of change. Every time we return to our habits, however, we betray ourselves and erode our self-trust. Rebuilding this trust will be an empowering part of this journey and transformation. Create a habit of setting and keeping one small promise each day. Every time you keep this promise, no matter how small, it's actually good to start small to keep resistance from overwhelming you. You're showing alignment between your intentions and daily actions. This alignment will help you regain any lost trust and notice and acknowledge the small changes that begin to accumulate with these kept promises, and it will empower you to stay on course. So, How to Meet Your True Self, How to Meet Yourself by Dr. Nicole LaPera. Excellent book. Super geeking out over some of this brain stuff and how we can truly teach ourselves, retrain our brains, and change some of those belief systems around, in this case, exercise and nutrition. And, I'm sure there's other things much deeper than that this can assist with. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys found that helpful, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.